Thank you, sir. Well, according to our friends over at the Tribune, only 5 students, 5 at Hinsdale South High School signed up to take Latin this fall, while only 4 signed up to take German, prompting the school to cancel both introductory classes.
And while speaking a foreign language through a COVID mask, it obviously very challenging. The loss of interest in foreign language coursework was around even before the pandemic. And joining us to talk more about that is Amanda Seewald. She is the president of the Joint National Committee for Languages. Thanks for coming on this morning. We do appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate you bringing out the importance of language learning on your show.
Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear this. You know, back in 2017, apparently only 13% of Illinois students in kindergarten through 12th grade were enrolled in a language program. And we know that learning another language, it's hard. There's no question about it. But why do you think we're not seeing more interest?
Well, thank you for the great question. The statistic that you cite is very important, yet I don't think that it indicates a lack of interest or necessarily anything about the nature of learning a language. In fact, in 2019-2020, 380,000 high school students were surveyed, and they said about over 50% said they wish that they were able to start sooner and begin their language learning sooner, and 76% said that they feel that learning a second language is really essential to their future career. So there's actually a lot of interest. What you've shared, though, reminds us that language education in our schools is and has always been marginalized and treated as an extra, not a central part of the curriculum.
Yeah.
And that is the paradigm that we need to change in order to meet the demands of business and industry in the 21st century.
I'm so glad you mentioned that, because that was my next question. You know, when I was at Bedrock High School a million years ago, you couldn't graduate unless you took not only an introductory language course, but you also had to do the mid-level course. So why are the schools easing these requirements?
Well, you know, actually, Illinois just passed a bill in the legislature that provides greater career opportunities and adds a 2-year world language requirement for graduation. And many states are implementing programs like that. And the Seal of Biliteracy, which provides high school students with a recognition on their transcripts of their proficiency in English and another language. The Seal of Biliteracy is revolutionizing the way that language and multicultural education are considered. And in 2020, you should know that in Illinois, they awarded over 11,000 seals in 127 districts and 37 languages. So I give Illinois a great deal of credit, because in addition to that, when a student achieves the seal, they get free university credit at a state university in Illinois.
Good to know.
So thank you for bringing up your experience, though, too, because world language instruction today is nothing like it was 10 years ago. It used to be that students were learning about language, and now we really focus on proficiency. Students are learning, they're immersed in true communication, walk out of there being able to speak the language.
And you know, what's interesting to me about this too is that, you know, we hear so much about, you know, we need to think globally, we need to think bigger. But when you take away a language like that, it's really making your world much smaller, because you're only like, all I need to worry about is English. No, there's a whole nother world out there.
Yep. Absolutely. And, you know, what we really need to remember is that what we need is more quality and engaging, equitably available language learning opportunities that start early to reach and engage all of our learners. We must address the teacher shortage as well, because if we want to be globalized citizens, this is what we need to be able to have available. And it's not just globalized citizens, it's also global understanding and problem solving, and, you know, solving issues around the world, and being able to communicate for economic and other career opportunities. Do you know that 9 out of 10 employers in the United States say that they depend on multilingual employees for the success of their business? And, you know, national security and diplomacy also rely on this. And we've seen such a shortage in the abilities for multilingual employees or government officials in the past. So this is important.
Well, it's no wonder, it's no wonder, Amanda Seewald, that you are the president of the Joint National Committee for Languages, because you came ready with the stats and really some interesting insights. Yeah, thanks so much. Good conversation. Appreciate your time.
Well, Scott and Ania, thank you so much. Ultimately, our nation needs to see multilingualism as an asset. We need to give our English language learners and our native English speakers the educational opportunities that they all deserve to be biliterate and to be the global problem solvers that we all need. So thank you so much for the time.
All right. Thank you.